Bulls have a lot of they are up towards the top of the league in back-to-backs. I initially said 11 back-to-backs. It came down to actually 13 back-to-backs for the Chicago Bulls next season, and that's going to be a rough go for the Bulls. That already alone is enough. The Bulls have several long stretches out on the road as well. And then even some of their mini-series are back-to-backs as well, whereas you're having mini-series against team in back-to-back format. So this is going to be a difficult schedule. And then when you look at the first 20 games for the Chicago Bulls specifically, those are all against teams, well, for the most part, all against teams that are really slated to be tough teams coming into this season. Heck, we open up the season against the Pistons, Orlando, and Atlanta. That's three teams that have all improved, right? The Detroit Pistons, a darling team last season. They've made some moves to make that roster better. They did lose Malik Beasley, but that's going to be tough. The Orlando Magic have added Desmond Bane, which is going to bring a lot of the three-point shooting they need. Not solving all of that, but we already know that's a tough team. And we're catching them early in the season before they have a chance for a lot of injuries to hit them. And then the Atlanta Hawks are always a team that we play pretty tightly. But then again, we do have Trae Young's dad on the team, so take that for what you will, right? But, even after that, we have Sacramento, which is still not going to be a cakewalk of a game. And then 2 games against the New York Knicks. Philly, how you feel about Philly? We'll see how Philly ends up. Milwaukee, then Cleveland, San Antonio, Detroit again, right? So, it's a tough schedule. But the thing that I want to talk about is that that's actually good. And in a lot of ways, it's good for the Bulls in a few different ways. If the Bulls started off with a light schedule, let's say the first half of the season was one of the easier schedules in the NBA, there would still be some doubt over exactly how good this team is. With how many expiring contracts that the Bulls have, on top of the trade deadline always being a weapon, I like that the Bulls are going to be tested very early on in this season, not only with being road warriors. Well, they have a lot of home games to start off with as well, by the way. Thank you for the NBA for that one. But, they're going to be tested. And this front office, we always talked about this being an evaluation season in a lot of ways for the Bulls. Evaluating Kobe, Giddey, can you start off the season how you finished? Not with the same statistical output necessarily, but do you still have that balance together? Do you still have that chemistry together? Modest Buzelis, what's your step up going to look like in year 2, right? The starting 5, the end of the season strong. If we start off the season with the same starting 5, we're going to get a test against teams. And the Bulls fans that look at the February schedule and say, or after February, like all those better teams, they weren't giving their best at that point. We're catching teams out. And this is where the narrative is. I'm already going to tell y'all. The narrative is going to switch. The same people who said, I told you guys before, there's like the segment of fans that say that the last 2-3 months of the season don't matter. And then they'll say the first 2 months of the season don't matter as much either because teams are still figuring out their balance. Like,